talking about the one for the penis, and you talk about my
Say,
tonsils,
Jack.
man. I had strep throat, man. So go ahead,
Listen,
man. What happened?
listen. This is because I got pissed with the VA, man. This while I was off, man. Motherfuckers had me already scheduled out a month and a half for an eyeglass appointment, and then bitch called me yesterday like, yeah, your appointment been canceled. I was like, all right, give me the next available appointment. That'll be July 29th. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah. So I said, you incompetent motherfuckers. So I was thinking about the time, man. I had this appointment with the urologist. They made me piss in this big ass bin. I go to the urologist. He checked my shit out. I'm good. He do the scope. And then these motherfuckers call me back a week later. Hey, we need you to piss again. We lost the sample. But the worst situation, this the VA, man. This the VA. But the worst situation, big bro, I'm telling you, I went in that motherfucker. I knew I was sick. I was like, you know what? Let me go. This was before I even signed up for my TRICARE shit. I said, let me go up there to the VA, see what they could do. I made this appointment. So I get in that bitch. The doctor was like, oh, that's just food in the back of your throat. But the nurses was like, nah, that's some bullshit. So, all right, we gonna swab your throat. So I said, okay. I'm like, all right, I've been through this before. Bitch come with this Q-tip. I said, man, this Q-tip look familiar. Like this motherfucker got a point on it and not that much cotton. I said, whatever. I let the motherfucker swab my throat. Bitch come back 45 minutes later. Yeah, we used the wrong swab for your throat. It was the one they used to see if a motherfucking man got an STD, that long, pointy motherfucker. They used the penile swab on my goddamn throat to check for strep throat. I said, this is a good goddamn thing they don't refurbish the motherfuckers.
She was
reuse them.
She was doing like this with your damn tonsils.
Right, it was all pointy. I was like, bitch.
He said that's the wrong one.
It was the wrong fucking swab, man.
God damn. I'm sorry what happened to you.
What's terrible is that you don't need to swab a motherfucker's pee hole. You don't need to do that swab. All you need to do is give them both fucking kinds of antibiotics.
So how do they know? Or just by a guy saying he's burning or whatever, or that's all they got to do?
So there's only two things that'll make your dick burn. Is chlamydia and gonorrhea. Okay. So,
and the urinary tract infection.
Well, yeah. But all three of those can be cured with the right fucking antibiotics. So if you just prescribe the two different kinds of antibiotics for whatever infection it is, you'll be fine. They don't need to go down your pee hole like that.
So what's the purpose? Why does when I was talking about my homie, situation,
you'll wear condoms after that shit.
You got very right, man.
Wear condoms
give folks some context. We're talking about brothers catching STDs or whatever, and then having said homie escort them to the clinic. And we're talking about the trials and tribulations of what goes on in those clinics afterwards. Like, bro, what did they do to you? Like, they took a long ass Q-tip and stuck it in my pee hole and got busy.
Well, I know they don't need to swab your fucking throat either with the penile swab, man. I was like, this motherfucker look real familiar. This don't look right.
La la la
That's like using a COVID swab on a motherfucker, man. You don't do that. But
bro,
man,
when they started, I remember the first initial, doing that COVID, like how far could they go? Damn near touch your brain with that damn thing, sticking it up your nose for the test. Remember that shit? Everybody's like, man,
motherfucker, you get offended. Fuck off
yes,
me,
sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. Like stick your nose up.
Right.
We got to get like motherfucker the same snot that's up there is right here. It's right motherfucking here.
Right. You got motherfucker got snot on his forearm. He done went so far up, man.
Yeah. Motherfuckers telling you that, it can live out of the body for 7 days and, it's highly contagious and that, but you got to go to the back of a motherfucker's skull
right.
to get it.
Right.
Whatever.
That thing closing closing my eye from the inside. What the fuck are you doing, man? Stop.
I never had that test, man.
Me neither, man. Me neither. I did. By the time I caught it, we was doing the home test, so I wasn't fucking myself up. I wasn't going to the the CVS's and going through the drive-throughs and having a complete stranger who's tired of fucking seeing people's nostrils all day. By the time he see your ass, he damn near want to kill you.
You wipe your eyes and it's cotton coming out and shit.
Damn. Yeah.
The VA did mine.
The fucking horror stories, man. I ain't want none of that shit. So yeah, man.
That's why I was like, even the home test, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, there is no other fucking illness out there that'll take away your taste and smell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fuck you testing for? You can't taste the smell, nigga. It's COVID.
That's it.
I don't know, nigga. When I got COVID, maybe I'm just fat, but my taste ain't going. My sense of taste ain't going.
I tell you some weird
Everything
shit,
tastes
man.
good. I just good to eat.
One of my symptoms was everything was salty. Every fucking thing. Everything. Just imagine, like, the lady at the house was bringing me soup or whatever. Like literally leaving it at the door, knocking. Nigga, your food here, bouncing. I ain't coming in that motherfucker. And I was like, God damn, where'd you get this from? All this fucking salt. She was like, bro, that's fucking COVID. That ain't no salt in it. It's fucking soup. I was like, that's fucked up. But then you hear the horror stories of people not getting their senses of smell back.
Yeah.
And, losing their their taste and all that stuff. And I was like, but please don't let that happen, man. I love food too much, man, for that shit.
Yeah.
So, but
that shit
salty
me up though.
Oh yeah.
I was down with that COVID shit. I was like, I would feel better a little bit during the day, night.
Sit your ass down. Yeah. I had that OG COVID where, remember, there was like, after a while you could, it'll run through your system within like 3 or 4 days. Now I had the whole 7, whatever, the initial shit where I had to sit my ass down somewhere for the full time they said. I remember an old man had it. It's like, God dang, you all right? Like, nope. Like, I'm not all right. This shit is fucking me up.
I had the 7 plus a couple extra days. That motherfucker's
there
you go.
Yeah. Mine was like 2 or 3 days, and I was still smoking weed and all that shit too. It's crazy how you come to find out, but it's just crazy how you can have a guy that has like no symptoms whatsoever, and like one of my best friends died from that shit the same week. We had a conversation the week before that was like, hey man, I got COVID. I don't think we're gonna hang out this week. And I was like, yeah, man, I caught it too. And next thing you know, his wife was calling me, was like, yeah, he's in ICU, The next day he was gone. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? How is it?
They said it affect people differently, man. I was like, man, there's something going on, man. Cause like you said, somebody severe, and then somebody who got damn near they just test positive. They was like, oh, I'm around the test. Let me just go ahead just because I was around somebody who had it. And then they come find out they have it, but they're fine the whole duration. And then you got other folks, like you said, that need to be intubated.
Yeah. That was fucking
crazy.
Wild.
Yep.
It's fucking wild.
Like I said, I miss the lockdown. I don't miss COVID. The lockdown, loved it. It was peaceful. The roads was clear.
Nobody was outside.
Yeah, nobody was outside. Everybody was chilling. Y'all get your ass
went down.
Yeah, get on YouTube and start watching these middle-aged men. Yeah, man, it was dope.
Watch this 3 PMD. Yeah, man. Yeah, real quick before we get it started, let me ask y'all this, man, because it was in the news, man. What y'all think about Pete Hegseth issuing an order to rename the USS Harvey Milk and the USS Cesar Chavez?
There's a USS Harvey Milk?
Yes, it is. It's a USS Harvey Milk. Get the notes.
I'm fucking lightheaded.
I got nothing. I got nothing, Sauce. I'm sorry, man. I got nothing.
What you got, Cuddy? What you got?
I can't.
I'm still tripping off the name, bro.
You don't know who Harvey Milk is?
We know dude who got killed. Yeah, we know who he is. Yeah.
Gay rights.
Yeah, the USS Harvey Milk, man.
Rename that some bitch, man. Rename that shit. I don't know, the Sylvester Stallone or some shit. Name it.
We can get a
Name
new
it the
one.
Rambo.
He did enough good Rambo movies besides that last one where he can get his own destroyer. But come on, man, we can't do that to the cat, man. He was a politician, a naval veteran. You know what I'm saying? Civil rights activist for his people, them people. And then Cesar Chavez, he was another civil rights leader for his own people, man. I think that's a bridge too far, man. To go and rename it because it looks targeted.
You know, when they said they were going to rename some ships, I immediately thought they were going to rename the John McCain because of how much beef him and Trump had.
Yeah, no, that's a white man. They ain't gonna do that.
What? Harvey Milk was white.
He was gay. He was gay.
Just started like sauce made a point without even having to say shit.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. And everybody up there, look, everybody like, yeah, motherfucker, if you hadn't voted for this nigga, you one vote. The milk wouldn't curdle, but no, you ain't.
My thing is, with all this craziness going on, man, just think about on the flip side, man. Just think about if the president with, the former president with the Keith Murray lips, if he did this.
He said that nigga had the most beautiful thing in the world lips.
He ain't got to say his name. Y'all know who he is.
Oh my God, man. I'll never look at this motherfucker the same. Never look at him the same.
I'm just saying,
he had to keep Murray lips.
All this craziness, man. All this craziness. If he would have did some shit like that, look at him. That's why I was like, I can't put nothing past this administration. Y'all heard about the taco?
Man, that's hilarious.
Did you hear about the sauce?
Nah, man.
New acronym for your boy, man. It's Trump always chickens out is what they've been calling it. They've been calling them taco. It's corny, but the thing is, the Democrats. I don't think it's corny. The Democrats yesterday, they hired a taco truck and pull up in front of the the GOP headquarters in DC yesterday, passing out free tacos.
Damn.
Yeah, man, they taking it there, man. They actually they getting down in the mud somewhat, a little bit. They getting petty.
Well, I think the problem with that is, man, so many people are disillusioned with them, and they need to focus on trying to get the office back the right way versus sloganeering and catering to women, talking about black women save the goddamn, the election in the country and gay motherfuckers and all that. And you better pay attention to who your base is, which is them black folks out there. And we don't want that no voting, no fucking, because that shit was so goddamn insulting. To throw Saucy Santana, in a tube skirt and have him up there prancing around in front of niggas like you ain't gonna get no mercy if you don't vote. Like, get the fuck out of here, bruh.
You got to start, like you said, you got to break them all down and start all over again. We don't need no voter die bullshit. None of that.
We don't need
none of that bullshit, man. None of that.
Saucy,
no Diddy.
Trina.
None of that.
We don't need none of them up. We don't need no goddamn hot sauce in nobody purse. No fucking Beyonce, Meg about to go to fuck to jail, so we ain't got to worry about that.
Shoot a motherfucker straight, man. If they just come down and like, look,
yeah,
this is what it's gonna cost. This is who fucked this up or whatever. We had a surplus. This is what even your man is bucking back now, Mr. Papa Elon. He's bucking back because he was like, hold on, man, you had me do all this shit with Doge. And now you're trying to pass this fucking bill, and it was like it's about to add X amount of trillions. It's like, so what the fuck was I here for? And he realizing that Trump played him. Like, dude.
Well, I don't think it's that. I don't even think it's so much that. I think Lon is like, goddamn, don't nobody like my crazy ass.
No, it's not that.
Think that shit is.
You got to think about the policies as well, because he's doing away with the EV tax credit. He's actually like, dude, what the fuck did I pay you for? You costing me money. Tesla is in the tank overseas, especially over in Europe. And also in that bill, if you own an EV, tack on an extra $250 for your registration.
Ooh, that's oil money then. That's oil money. Like, yeah, y'all gonna get back to that gas.
That's the gas tax for EVs. That's in that bill.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Elon's pissed. Like, man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dude,
it's been like that in Ohio.
Really?
But this is my thing.
Yeah.
Did he think he was the only fucking, because he's a lobbyist, did he think he was the only motherfucking lobbyist in them oil men came up like, hold on, pimpin', hold on, baby.
We've been here. We literally from the soil. We from the soil.
Right. Get your shit right. I don't give a fuck who you think you is in this White House, orange man. We run this shit along with the Koch brothers and all these other motherfuckers. You can get that tech motherfucker out of here. You know what it is? It's American gods. That's what it is. It's the old gods versus the new tech gods. Yes. You know what I'm saying? They like, get this motherfucking weirdo out of here. And his 59 people you brought the fuck over for him. Get them out of here. This is just the battle of the American gods. That's all.
So yeah, man, that's what's going on right now. Cause Elon is already texting, a picture of Kill Bill, for the, this new bill. They passed the House. Now it's, on its way to the Senate. And a lot of folks are like, dude, this shit is filled with pork. And Elon was like, man, what the fuck was I doing? Like, yeah, you didn't pay enough. And like, to your point, Sauce, the old heads, his homies, the original OGs are in there like, man, fuck him. Right. They even talk about, I don't know, with these new cars, like when you go to a stop sign, it idles
that's
or whatever.
Stop.
Yeah, that start stop
technology.
In the bill, that shit's gone.
Damn. Why?
That shit's gone.
Why?
Because they want that old school talk about, we're gonna open up coal mines, we're gonna do all kind of shit. He's back there with those old heads, like, motherfucker, oil is good, coal is good, shit. Let's get this money.
You're like, get that Afrikaner the fuck out of here.
That part.
This is America, Jack.
That part. Let's send him to Mars.
Right. You got enough. Deport his motherfucking ass on that SpaceX shit. Fuck out of here.
But yeah,
Billy Bob, baby.
That's the
I think he got
shit.
Most of the shit that he wanted to get accomplished, man, by gutting a lot of these agencies. Like, he got at the FAA because, of Starlink and fucking SpaceX. He got at most of the regulators and gutted them. Yeah. The ones that were affecting his companies.
And the ones that were investigating them and on his ass.
Right.
Yeah. What is that, the Consumer Finance Bureau and shit?
Yeah. So, and especially with like X and wanting to be a payment processor, that's going to be huge here in the next, next couple of years. I mean, we're talking about a digital age of currency,
right? Where
everything's changing. And now X and Meta and, everybody wants to be a payment processor, without the regulation. So
we shall see, gentlemen. Go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage, young man.
It's Friday. Shout out to the legend, baby. What's up, man? I know you on that master killer. Manhunt launch for ex-police chief known as the Devil in the Ozarks. Y'all ain't just looking for Negroes no more. Parents can face fines after year-long curfew enacted. Local job corps react job corps. Okay, I've read that shit too slow. World ID launches biometric iris scanning in U.S. cities. Yeah. And then mighty asshole for busting my sister the out. And Tank Albin, goddamn Eddie P. Shout out to the whole the legend, Tinfoil Drizzy, DJ LOH on the ones and twos, 3 p.m. Kiki, the man, the myth, Sully O'Keel.
Sully!
Yeah, y'all blessed to be in the presence of Cool Rock E. Let's get it. Shout out to Juan.com.
Yes, sir.
That's my cat. He's hilarious, man. Yeah, let's get it. I don't even know Juan.
Yeah, we know him. He family.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, man. This motherfucker, man, on the run. They said they can't find him.
They ain't gonna find him
in the Ozarks, man. You got to be one of them country boys and know how to navigate them bayous.
One of them country.
Got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, man. They said it's a documentary about this cat called The Devil in the Ozarks. I just didn't have time to sit down and watch it, but I guess this cat is a murderer and a rapist.
Yeah, they showed
Crazy
him.
Motherfucker.
Got him on video walking out. I guess he got a uniform and everything.
Right.
He fit the bill. Like, he looked like one of the motherfuckers. You put a uniform on him, he looked like.
They said he knew to walk and to talk. The only thing they said was that the uniform wasn't the same. So they trying to figure out how the fuck did the gate guard fuck that up.
He's probably half asleep.
Yeah, it's prison, man. Motherfuckers ain't on point 24/7, and all these dudes got his time to sit and watch. Like, oh, that motherfucker ate a heavy lunch. Yeah, he gonna be sleeping in a minute.
Well, they said.
Go ahead.
My bad. I'm sorry. They said that wherever the fuck he at, I think they said he in the Ozarks where it is hard to survive, and that's the marsh area, that little swamp type area or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's just it. He probably got help, and he'll be sending doing TikToks in a minute. It's like old boy from New Orleans. This motherfucker put out a video.
You see that shit?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And they found the place. He ain't there. But they found the place where he was just off that video. I was like, man, them motherfuckers know the walls, all that shit.
This motherfucker.
They got Jose Monkey on it. Jose Monkey, tell me where I'm at.
What the fuck is Jose Monkey?
There's a dude on TikTok, and somebody will take a couple of second video, and they'll be in the middle of nowhere and be like, hey, Jose Monkey, find where I'm at. And it's just some dude. He's got these real thick glasses. He looks like a computer hacker. And he's like, okay, by, the trajectory of the sun, I'm thinking that you're on the East Coast. And by, the certain types of trees in the background, I think you're in Savannah, Georgia. He goes, and there's a stop sign right here. And that stop sign is only at a 4-way stop in this town. And, he gets down.
Is he accurate?
Yeah, accurate as fuck, man. I mean, he only posts shit that he's right on, but yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, that nigga better stay away from Jose.
Yeah, he's got a lot of videos. So niggas write a lot. I
seen a hood dude do that same shit. Your man was, Jose, whatever, what he did, but it was some Chicago shit where a dude was talking shit online or whatever, to his so-called ops. And he was like, hey, man, adjust your phone again. Let me see your apartment. And then he went live and told everybody where his apartment was. And dude hurried up and shut his feed off because he was spot on. He was like, oh, you on the 17th floor, such and such apartments. Dude shut his shit off. It was like, hey, gang, stop, man. Even though he was talking shit to him the whole time or whatever. Like, man, I'll fuck you up. You pull up. He was like, nigga, I know where you at. And gave his the building, the floor. He was like, I could tell by the carpet, the lights, and the walls. He knew exactly where this dude was at. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Did you see the goddamn dude that got the motherfucker's IPS? What is it?
Yeah,
his IP address?
IP.
Because the motherfucker was saying his rap music sucked. Big buff motherfucker. And he went to the motherfucker's crib. I told you I was coming over. Why you got your bitch coming to the door? Come out. And the dude
see,
come out.
You gotta be careful these days, man.
That's what
Motherfuckers will get your location. So stay off like old boy from New Orleans who's still on the run.
Yeah.
Quit trying to plead to Lil Wayne and Meek Mill and Donald Trump. Quit trying to plead to these dudes, man, and fucking get gone.
Meek Mill can't save you, brother.
Nah, Weezy, ain't none of these guys can save you.
Right.
Motherfucker couldn't save his own asshole.
Yeah, hey, he had that matching outfit on. But
I bet the Punisher was in him too.
Damn.
Hey man, the cat name is the Punisher.
Punisher. That's diabolical. That is diabolical, man. There's no good Punisher. It's all bad. What's up?
Have you been seeing the clips? They had him on the Mason Pink show, whatever the
Cam. Yeah.
Cam, yeah. They is interviewing him on there.
Are you serious?
Nah,
yeah,
I'm cool on that, man.
He admitted to jizzing on Diddy.
come on, man. This is a family show. Nah, man. We ain't doing that, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Let that ride, man.
The only punishers I acknowledge is Frank Castle and Big Pun. That's it.
My man. Rest up, Big Pun. Right. Rest up, man. Go that away. Yeah.
Thanks, Pun. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. We got a friend over there in Arkansas, and I made sure that my wife called and checked on her. It's a family friend, because again, you know, they all talking that shit about he may not survive the environment, but these people be having help, man.
That's what I'm saying. He may not even be there anymore, man. He might be, y'all still searching in the woods. This motherfucker on the interstate, you know, he's gone.
This ain't the Birdman, Alcatraz and shit where motherfuckers, you know, just grab spare shit and, you know, try to get across the river. Like, come on, man. He got some resources. Somebody know this motherfucker. Somebody was waiting. I mean, you got motherfuckers that's busting out of jail with the help of female COs. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, if you over in that area, man, watch out for this motherfucker. He older, but shit, he a dangerous.
He ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
You know, he ain't got nothing to lose.
And he been gone a minute. He didn't sat down a minute. So, you know, if taking pussy is his trade, then
be careful.
Be careful out there. I mean, I'm not even joking. Yeah, be careful, man. He might, you know what I mean? He might be like that, be like the Equalizer when it come on, the broad be walking and shit, and then she hear somebody walking behind her and start walking faster. It's the devil.
Ozark.
The Ozark devil. Shit.
Yeah, man. What you got, old man?
You put a rapist in a jail, and you know, they get at that ass. You know, so now he's adapted, you know, now he's taking.
You think they didn't got him up in there?
I think they got him, and now he's
you know, revenge tour.
He's on a revenge tour. You know,
you think he trying to go after
nobody's safe
now?
Nobody's safe.
He just said nobody's safe.
You know what I think?
Nobody's safe.
You know what I think?
Safe. No booty safe.
We need to find that. We need to commission Fleece to go hunt him down. Do I get to fuck him?
Oh, that's part of the deal. You don't call Fleece unless somebody's getting fucked.
That part.
Stop,
Sauce. Stop, man. Stop, man. God dang. Go ahead on. Oh, man, please hit the button.
I'll go after him. Yeah.
This motherfucker's so descriptive, man. Oh. So descriptive. I caught one and just turned my stomach.
What was that?
This motherfucker was talking about somebody was fucking him, and you know, and he was like, then he let out that deep throat that he was like, oh, that was shot up in me, and you know, he held me until he got soft and fell out, and it just
it was the Punisher. I don't know how you listen to that shit.
Bro,
that is a literal rapist.
Yeah,
a sexual deviant. You listening to this motherfucker, man.
I feel ruined after every time I hear these stories, man.
You saw little Woody like, get your fucking arm off.
Bro, we here doing this, and you don't ever put your hands on me. That motherfucker looked back like he was about to slice him with that straight razor.
I was like, hey, you putting your hands on the wrong one.
He was like, damn, what's wrong with you? He was like, man, look, I will cut you up. I will do all kind of things to your family.
Woody like, leave me alone. And I'm like, yes, leave that crazy motherfucker alone. Let him go to church.
Don't trigger that brother.
Let him be cool. You putting your hands on him.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't playing. That ain't Desi Banks you playing with.
At all. But it turned real quick.
Real quick. And that was serious. That wasn't a joke.
That ass.
Wasn't a joke, But send Fleece after him.
Yeah, I think because this chief is gonna be out for a long time. Like, they're not gonna find this dude. This guy, you know, he kind of knows procedures. You know, like, all these dudes probably have a secondary radio. You know, they're monitoring traffic. They know the lingo. They know what they're gonna be looking for in a manhunt. You know, if you like a lot of shit that you see these dudes get caught with, it's either being fucking lazy or dumb. You know, it's like
TikToks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You escape jail and you sleep 2 miles away from the jail. You asleep in the same goddamn town that the jail. You know, like it's just dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this shit ain't the old days either, man. Like they can see if they out there, they can see the updates just like we can.
That's what they do. Like I said, they got cybersecurity. They just sit back and watch fucking social media all fucking day long. So stay off fucking social media if you on the run.
Yeah, catch this motherfucker though.
All right, man.
I want to know how much they offering for the snitch
for his capture.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Who knows?
It's got to be
$5
up
million,
there, right?
About $5 million. I'm going on the hunt.
Rapist and murderer. Send Dog the Bounty Hunter after him. Him and you know. I guess Big Titty Beth is dead, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beth passed on, didn't she?
Yep.
Damn.
You know what was his son name? He always got his ass kicked or whatever, little skinny dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude will always get fucking bodied. Every fucking guy
What was
knows
his
his fucking
name?
name. Because he would always scream for him. Like,
He told us to cover up. Wait a second, dog. Man.
I gotta look this up.
Oh, you ain't never seen it?
No, I've seen it. I don't remember the cat's name.
Man, that
what the
Hawaiian
fuck
dude
was his
was
name? He would
floating.
always say his name.
Leland.
Leland.
Leland. Get Leland. Get
Leland
Leland.
on
He
the
got
ground.
his hands on Leland.
Leland like,
Getting his ass whooped.
whooping Leland. That was part of the show. You didn't even want to see him catch anybody. Cause see, what I didn't like about Dog was an ex-convict. He was a biker, and now he trying to go after people. But he would go after, like, you got a whole team. First of all, he was dressed like, you know, like he was in that movie Stone Cold and shit with that big ass Metallica hair. But like, dude, you going after skinny meth heads and shit. Go after some real ones. But he sent Leland after the wrong one. That boy was on Leland. Leland.
Get Leland. He got his hands on my son. Get Leland.
You get him with
times his ass trying to kick in the door or whatever, or a motherfucker just fall over.
Right.
You know, he didn't jump over the fence right or some shit. You know, the camera's trying to keep up, but Leland always got the business, man. That's why I was like, this shit is pathetic, man. Your son always, you need to get in that gym and get that weight up because
he
getting punished by these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
But I just looked up their reward money for the Ozark, man. It's only up to 20,000.
That's bullshit.
20 grand.
That money up.
That's it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
They don't want him back.
No, they don't.
That's the feds. That ain't the Ozarks. That's the feds. The feds got a 20,000 bounty on him.
And you know they always trying to get out of paying somebody. They'll pay you and then audit your ass.
Wow.
No, did you hear about the one? Did you hear about the last guy that happened to? He gave information and they said because he didn't go through the right channels for the reward, they couldn't pay him.
Yeah, of course.
I said, y'all some hoes.
Yeah.
They'll renege.
Y'all some
anytime.
Bitches. Y'all some bitches.
And they make it so bad, like had injury to insult or insult to injury. They print the money. Like, so they print as much money as they want anytime they want, and they don't want to pay you shit.
I ain't got it on me right now, partner. Right. Let me just let me get you on the back end. I ain't got it on me right now.
We give you 20, but we gotta tax it a little bit.
I hear the machine running in the background, motherfucker. You got the money.
Yeah.
Give me some of that dope money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That y'all splitting up to take on. All right. Well. Hey, be safe out there in Arkansas, man. It's crazy.
Guard your buttholes.
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
Fleece on the man.
Fleece the booty hunter.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Give him a pair of old underwear.
Man, stop with that tongue, man. Stop with that fucking tongue, man. I can't even look at the screen. Go ahead, man.
Y'all got a pair of his drawers. let me sniff the asshole. I'll catch him. Due north.
Due north.
He's going towards Philly.
Y'all need a frame of reference, man. Please Google Fleece Johnson. It'll make a whole lot more sense.
That's prime ass.
It'll fuck your whole algorithm up. You'll be watching this shit all the time like I do. It's turning your stomach, but you can't turn away.
That's prime ass. I'll catch him in 3 days. I'm on the hunt now.
Oh man's guilty pleasure. Just admitted it, man.
That motherfucker got a
I
leather
was
mouth.
hard, bruh. I was hard.
That motherfucker got a leather mouth.
Yeah, you do.
Come on, man. Can we please move, man? I'm asking, man.
I heard what you said about this. I'm
You're a fool. You're a fool, man. We're gonna get you locked up, man. We'll get your ass locked up behind that shit. Speaking of locked up, and man, what y'all think about this curfew violation, man? Was that North Carolina? They gonna go after these. I guess, man, they having issues with these kids out there, man. That's just, been doing whatever the fuck, just terrorizing, and they want to clamp down on that shit this year or this summer, shit. What do you think about the curfew?
Go ahead, Cuddy.
Man, I know they don't give a fuck about these kids. They just need to stop it, man. This is another ploy to just put fucking kids in the prison system early, man. I don't know, man.
Or boost revenue.
I don't think it's a plan to put kids in the prison. It's the parents that's being affected. You know what I mean?
It said the fines. I don't think they're gonna lock the kids up. I think it's all about getting that money. Like, look, we didn't caught your kid like 3 times after curfew. Yeah, y'all gonna have to come out that $5,000.
But they've been doing shit like that in Texas. My brother had to pay a $500 fucking bill because my niece skipped school. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is this, man. How the fuck do you expect the parents to enforce this shit? I mean, listen, man. This is we in the literal age of the children of the corn. They know it's very little that parents can do by way of disciplining them. That part. You know what I'm saying? These kids is telling they telling their moms and dads, man, fuck call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah.
That's what they doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I met a cop one time that said a kid called the police. He said, but I'm old school. And I told him, he said, my parents, whooped my ass when I was growing up. And I believe it made me a better man. So if you ever pull some bullshit like this again, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to bring the belt and I'm going to let your mother whoop your ass. That's what he told me. He told this motherfucker. So I just think that, one, I think it's a way to boost revenue. I think you're punishing the parents for what some immature kids are doing. But why would you even go this route when the parents barely have any means of, enforcing the shit? What they going to do, take away some shit? That shit don't work.
Right. You can't lock them in the house and then they could call the people. Right. Got me locked in here. I can't do nothing. They hold me, I want to emancipate myself and all kind of goofy shit.
These motherfuckers will be the first one to walk into your house and tell you that you cannot whoop a child ass. You got to pat them on the ass. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put them in the corner. You got to use your words.
You got to use your words. But if they out past 5, a certain time, we gonna charge you $500 for it.
It was 500. I thought it was 5 bands. My fault.
Yeah, it's 500.
500. But God dang.
But see, again, somebody said it best. Like, a motherfucking cop can shoot these kids, but you don't even want us disciplining them. Cop can get away with killing your kid, but you don't want us even whooping their ass. I don't know. Yeah,
they said, man, you put that fear in them at home. If not, they're gonna get it on the streets.
Yeah, and my thing is this. Now, one thing I do agree with is this, man, ain't no reason no motherfucking child 16 years and younger need to be outside past 11 o'clock at night. Them motherfuckers don't need to be outside past 10 o'clock. They don't need to be out past 9 o'clock because this is not the days of, no phones. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have phones. Even the video games weren't that far. We had communion. You know what I'm saying? We communed with each other. We stayed out till the street lights came on and later. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we was doing, you know what I mean? Hanging out with the homies, wasn't causing no trouble or nothing. They if they causing issues, I get it. You got to stop it. You know what I mean? Before the shit get out of control, but charging parents $500 when inflation is off the chain, people can barely afford food. A bag and a half of groceries cost us like $180 goddamn dollars the other day. And you want to charge these people $500 when their parents probably making $20, $25 an hour. Come on,
that
man.
Part.
It's ridiculous. Let these people raise their kids, man, and stay the fuck out their house, and then maybe a lot of this shit will stop. And I'm not saying, I believe in whooping ass, but I'm a firm believer that, man, you talk to a child, man, you give them some instructions, some structure, some discipline before it get to that point, but they don't want you to even do that shit.
Yeah, now these kids tell me, my parents are triggering. They cause me so much anxiety, with all these expectations. Like they want me to wash my ass daily.
Right.
Yeah, they want me to go to school. They want me to clean. That goofiness, man. I don't understand, man. It was like shit. Anxiety was that was a gift. Like that means you had some shit to worry about.
Come on.
So now like I said, I don't understand. I don't have kids. I don't go through this shit. But man, you costing me $500. Like you keep that motherfucker. Keep him. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you send me to whatever default. Keep him. We had a good run.
Yep.
Keep him. He knew the rules. Keep him.
Oh, man. I think that this ain't gonna just be curfew. Like motherfucking cops don't ever stop you and charge you with one fucking crime.
Ooh,
ever.
Stack.
It's like, oh, but I see a young kid. That's a curfew violation. Let's stop him. Oh, come to find out that he's loitering. He's black in the wrong,
he's
after 12.
Resisting. He's resisting.
Yeah.
And we found
he's resisting.
We found these little crack valves in his back pocket.
Right.
Sprinkle a little crack on them. But
I'm glad they at least got white hands on here, but goddamn, them motherfuckers finna be up in Raleigh, Durham, and Charlotte up in the black areas only.
Speaking of fucking curfew, I got a story about curfew violation. I got locked up and got sent down, taken down to JJC on a curfew violation.
Fuck out of here.
And guess what day it was? It was my older cousin was going to an after party for prom, and he scooped me after prom with his date. Them two in the front, I'm in the back. He scooped me. We went over to the west side, went to a house party. And he was saying goodbye to everybody up in the house, and me and his date was in the car. And the cops pulled in the driveway behind our car. Mind you, I had a fifth of MD on me. Dropped it to the floor, kicked that bitch up under the seat. They was like, "Hey, we got a noise complaint. We got to take somebody down." My cousin's prom date was in her dress. They put the cuffs on her, put her in one, and was like, "You got any ID on you?" I'm like 15 or something, so I didn't even have a driver's license. None. I didn't have no ID. I think I ain't got no ID. You got to come down there with us.
Then he had that beard, everyone. I was about to hit your ass with the man act.
But
she wasn't white, was she?
No. She was black. She was black. Yeah, but she was like, he's taking me.
Side?
Yeah, on the west side. Yeah, over there by what's that? Bort's Pool. What's that? Yeah, right around.
They think they Austin town over that motherfucker.
And yeah, man, they took us down to JJC, man. My dude's prom date in her dress, sitting in the lobby crying. This is her senior prom, and her parents had to come scoop her up, and they were like, going at it or whatever, And yeah, man, that was my first taste of JJC. They put me in the holding cell, everything, man. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude. I'm sitting in the back seat. What the fuck am I doing? Like, well, you out past curfew, but we're in the vehicle. Go figure, man. Wow. But yeah, it was on some sucker shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, hopefully they can talk to their kids, man. But a lot of times these kids don't give a fuck until they graduate, and their parents be like, "Get the fuck out," and then it's like, "Well, wait a minute."
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. All right, old man. What we got, man?
Oh, Job Corps closing.
This sad, man.
More of these budget cuts, man.
My one vote.
Yeah, one vote, man. See what the fuck you done did? The chicken, Job Corps. Damn, man. What the fuck? Can't have nothing. Yeah. Cobra Commander right there, man.
What you got?
This is sad, man, because I think what I first think about Job Corps, man, because I know a lot of folks who were in the system, and aka like foster care, and they age out. 18, your birthday, you out the system. And a lot of them, this is their only option, male and female, And you just took this whole thing away, man. What are these kids gonna do, man?
Those kids in the system, they have a lot of benefits that don't get taken advantage of. Like they could go to state college for free.
So
So if you're a ward of the state, I know there's a lot of different classifications for these children, but if you're a ward of the state, man, you get a lot of fucking benefits, and usually, your life is so fucked up that you're not in the right mind state to take advantage of them.
Right. You've been fighting, you thinking about, surviving, and you got sometimes, in our community, man, you got folks who, parents who always instill into their kids at a young age. At 18, your ass got to get out.
Yeah.
No matter what, your ass got to get out. And these kids, they don't have no direction. They don't want to go to the service. They don't want to go to college. Job Corps, was a vital option for these individuals. And just to take that whole thing away, man, is dire. And it's not even a race thing. Shit. Go ahead.
Well, Job Corps for years has had like a very, very bad fucking reputation. But last I know, they were trying to revamp the shit, and give it a facelift, and try and because that's part of the excuse when you read the article is that it's always had a bad reputation. But I feel like okay, just get rid of the bad apples if that was the problem, because it did it. I'm just gonna say this, without getting too deep into my business. That was one of the last options we had for my boy. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to fuck around, and I was like, listen, man, you ain't got that time like that, man. You just graduated. Like life is about to like hit you, family. Like you got to make a decision on what you want to do. We've offered you trade schools, we've offered you technical, we've offered you barber college, this, that, and the other. And homie didn't want to do it. Now around the time when shit then got thick, we said, hey, all right, I'll do the Job Corps. We get to signing him up. Because my old lady, her friend, the dude, he is in control. I think he was in control of everything over on this side of the map. Shit, they froze it. They froze him in the process. It was like, yeah, you're going to hear something. And my wife was like, oh, shit, I think because of these cuts, they closing everything down. But I guess my bigger point is, man, we going to throw away the decent ones for the bad ones? Like you said, it's people coming out of, that's wards of the state. It's people coming out of bad homes.
Yeah.
It's kids with nothing that this place, did give them some training. You know what I'm saying? They could get hired on to do some things. And when you watch the news and those news clips, got a bunch of kids with trash bags full of their clothes, not knowing where the fuck they going. They ain't got no homes, no nothing like that. Some people can't help the families that they're born into, man. Some people was like, shit, I'm finna go to Job Corps, get this little training. I'm finna move off, go run the fuck away from these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And look what happened, man. I think I don't
nationwide. It wasn't just like this particular, this side of the map or whatever. It's nationwide. They're like, it's over. I saw one lady was talking about, she has to postpone her breast cancer surgery because she was about to put her son in. They down there, like you said, with the bags and everything because they lost their home. And she's going through this as well, and she's like, I'm gonna have to postpone it because I got to figure out, another situation, put my son in another situation, because I thought he would, he'll have a place to stay. He's getting some training.
And
that's
couple
it.
Dollars.
Man. Yep. And now you got to reconfigure that whole thing along with your diagnosis, man. Which is, that's just one story.
Yeah, and it I don't know, man. It does fuck with me, because I did vote. You know what I'm saying? And again, I stand on it. But people oftentimes, like my wife, we have these conversations. She's like, "This is what you voted for," and I'm like, "No, it's not." I never would have intentionally done any shit like this. Nobody, who the fuck thought that they were gonna go after Job Corps? you know, and you're looking at it now, and you got, you know, we already had a homeless problem. You know, COVID made the shit worse, and now you're gonna have a bunch of babies out here. I mean, now the only option is the military, but everybody can't get into the fucking. Let me tell you something. Do you realize how far they lowered the standard to get in?
That's funny how that happened, and this is happening. It's funny. I don't believe in coincidences. It's funny how that's happening. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. The Navy, it used to be, they just changed it. It used to be a fucking 10 on the, all you had to do was get a 10 on the ASVAB. Now, the way it works was if you got that 10, it was like a partial enlistment. You would go, they would give you uniforms, all this shit. They send you to like a training battalion, but you would strictly train to take the ASVAB over again for a higher score. Now, if you flunked that motherfucker, then you was out. The Army's is 21. 21, you pass, you go to Fort Jackson. They're going to tutor your ass for like 2-3 months. You get the score you need, then you're in the military. It is absolutely fucking nuts that, I mean, what are these kids supposed to think? I mean, we saw this shit with the Boys and Girls Club closing. Like all of these youth centers that used to be in these cities. This generation, shit, the last generation don't even remember that shit. There was a place for these kids to go. It's nothing now. Not even fucking Job Corps.
You got that, and you got curfew bans. What the fuck they supposed to do?
Right. Sit in the house and annoy their parents till the parents be like, get the fuck out.
And now you got kids killing the parents because they didn't, cut the Wi-Fi off.
Come on, man. It's just, it's sad, man. And I both parties are to blame for this shit. Both parties are to blame for this shit, man. I mean, some things could have been done a long time ago if the problem was, the bad reputation. But you can't. You just threw away a whole bunch of kids that were taking advantage of it, even beyond just having a place to stay. You get up in that motherfucker, get some carpentry, some mechanic going on. You set. You always gonna need the trades.
You can't
AI. You can't AI that shit.
You can't unlearn those once you learn it. So yeah, and like you said, man, it's just you taking away all these resources for what?
So this motherfucker can go golf. My one vote.
One vote. All the chicken gone. All the kids gone.
All the kids gone.
Damn, man.
They're gonna show up at my door.
I say this all the time. There's profit in inefficiency.
Yeah.
So when you see the government starting and stopping these programs like abruptly, there's always more money in starting them up again than there is to continue the service. So, of course, anytime you have a government program, it's funneled through a private organization, like another corporation, and you stop it. And you go to start it back up. Now you got to pay double to get it started going again. So it's a ploy. And along with the numbers on fucking prisons are down, the number on the military's down.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Just like that market manipulation, and you start and stop. Like, tariffs on Thursday, tariffs off on Friday.
Yeah, it's all social engineering, man. It's all social engineering. And the last administration was doing this shit. How in the fuck do you have? They had billboards, free CDLs for Ukrainian refugees.
Yeah.
But you American, you got to pay the $5. Go ahead.
It's pork, baby. Pork. All these little pork projects, baby. So, hey, man. Shout out to these kids. Hopefully they find something, man. They land on their feet, and
land on your feet.
That's all I got on it, man. What you got?
I'm good, man. That's it. What I had to
say. Time to lead this fucking country.
Said the man overseas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, here you go, old man. Did you check this shit out? This isn't just about biometric. Well, they say you do this, you get what, $40-something in crypto for free.
Ain't worth it. Ain't worth it.
Yeah, take your identity, your retina, and we give you $40.
Yeah, man. Try to maintain some type of anonymity, man. But yeah, it ain't worth $40. Yeah, especially and you know, especially when it comes to blockchain shit, because you see, like, one of the major things when it comes to digitizing currency is this ISO standard 222. And one of the things is it's like there's no anonymity anymore. And then part two is that they can actually take back some of the payments, or they can just cut your payments off. So let's say that you're using XRP for, you know, grocery shopping. You know, with blockchain technology, you could shut off a motherfucker's ability to go grocery shopping. You could shut off his ability to buy certain things. Yeah, you can take money out of his account. You know, they're treating it like it's a bank account instead of, you know, this. You know, there are other
let's
cryptocurrencies that are better off than, you know, some of these ISO 222.
Let's give a proper intro to this, because we just jumped into this and not even gave a segue into what the hell this thing is.
All right, man. So of course, when you get into blockchain, there's a wallet that you get that you store your crypto on. Now that wallet isn't associated with your identity at all until you go onto a major exchange, give them your KYC, yeah, and then you transfer money from that exchange to your wallet. Other than that, there's nothing associated with you and that wallet until you go
until
spend
now.
It. Until now. Yeah, so, you know, this is where they're getting in early, where they're linking fucking identities to wallets. It's a bad move.
That was the whole point of doing fucking crypto, so nobody know who's
anonymity.
Yeah.
Not really, because it like the beginning, Bitcoin, yeah, they said it was anonymous. It's not. You know, all the transactions are public, except it's hard to associate a person with that wallet.
Right.
This eliminates that. But now there are cryptocurrencies based on Bitcoin that are completely anonymous, that keeps anonymity throughout the entire process. You know, if you look at like Zcash, Litecoin, it has a privacy layer. They talked about Tornado Cash. I don't know if you guys remember that. Tornado Cash and Secret Coin are both like Ethereum compatible chains. So there's anonymity in there, and those will be better to use in the future, because, you know, you stick around to, like, well, we're seeing what happens with Bitcoin, but you stick with the ISO 222 tokens, the ones that are supposed to be the next banking system, and you're gonna have to deal with this biometric, you know, identification shit.
You're gonna have to show some ID, literally your eye, to get your shit to get processed, because now this is giving your blockchain an identification stamp, or you'd be on the blockchain now with the identification stamp instead of just running it. And I was just like, hold on, man, let me back up. Let me have my man give the full rundown on this, because he could simplify it for us layman folks.
Yep, because I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's pretty much, man, they're using this as your you know, identification.
Oh yeah,
with on the blockchain, and they give you $40.
So why is she looking into a magic 8-ball?
Yeah, they give you $40.
They've been blacklisting wallets lately.
Oh,
so yeah.
Already,
so
already, huh? See, because a lot of motherfuckers got shit stashed. You know,
so if
they playing catch up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you look at the coins like Circle or USDT, you know, they have to abide by regulations, and, you know, the government comes in and says, hey, this wallet was involved in some kind of illegal activity. And they're like, well, freeze that son bitch. Now you can't move those tokens at all. You got a wallet full of money that you can't spend it on nothing. You know, so
damn.
Yeah. Watch which blockchains you fuck with, you know, especially if you're looking at investing, or, you know, if you're looking at being anonymous, or you just want to keep some money, watch which blockchains you fucking with. Just deal with the ones that are decentralized and anonymous.
Decentralized for now, because once it opens up, fam, because it's coming, man. You got to see. We worrying about all the shit, old buddy's doing over here, man. They talking about how much money he's netting over in the Middle East, your neck of the woods, whatever. Right now, all the deals him and his kids are making,
right?
And also with this crypto shit that's about to hit, bruh. The game's about to change, man. We already here because this is what's that dude, Sam or whatever? The dude that used to be with was he with Elon? Whatever, or he was cool Elon, whatever. Who did this whole Orb? Who's the inventor of Orb or whatever? Who's behind Orb? So yeah, you got to watch this space, man. It's about to be very, very, very interesting.
Oh, my shit ain't
working. Sam Altman?
Yes. I was trying to remember dude's name, man. He's behind this Orb shit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has introduced the world biometric digital identity system using iris scans to prove individuals are human online. Yeah, he fucked up with me. Yeah, he fucked up with me when he was saying, "Yeah, I give you $40, in crypto to get you started." Like, man, dude, that's my ID. Now I can get tracked. Well, we all can get tracked, but now you having people volunteer their shit.
Get you some null with that.
Pretty much.
I can't be around 30 years.
Hit
that fentanyl 2 times and they just gone. Gregory Wright. If you believe Republicans when they say it costs $80,000 a year per student in Job Corps, then you probably going to believe anything the Republicans have to say. Well, Gregory, thank you for chiming in. I wouldn't know. I didn't go to Job Corps.
Yeah.
I'm going with what the article say, though.
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you for jumping in,
Yeah,
Greg.
we appreciate you coming, Gregory. We definitely appreciate it. Don't take that.
He's 100% right. Don't believe any of these fucking politicians, man. They lie about everything. Man, don't trust these motherfuckers, man. We need a January 7th.
Allegedly, damn it. We already shadow banned. We're already shadow banned. Damn. God.
Man, you ain't gonna get in no trouble, man, under this administration.
Man, no, I'm telling you, bro, this shit, they gonna be like, man, them motherfuckers, man, put them on, they gonna send us to that damn that super prison, man. Quit playing.
Gregory about to be like, we do. Shout out to Greg, man. Thanks for coming through, play. I'm just fucking with you, man.
So you saying the 7th, huh?
Okay. Is this black ass gonna be out there? Look at that ally. What ally is that? Arab?
Yeah.
That's Arab, huh?
I ain't gonna be with you, my brother. I'll be with you in spirit. I'm gonna watch this shit on TV like I did the first one.
Right.
I will just shake my head like
y'all, man. I'll send y'all
but listen. I was
happening.
I was the right. I was the one back then that was like, hey, these motherfuckers ain't exactly all wrong. Remember I said that shit? Everybody was like, everybody was, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, look, I get it. It's the overall, the Congress and the Senate and all that shit, but look at what the fuck is going on, man.
Shit, you can't vote these motherfuckers out.
No,
you can't peacefully protest.
No,
like what else do you do?
Listen. Everybody,
damn. We ain't never gonna get no.
No, you're making it worse. You're making it worse. But this is what I'm saying, man. Everybody, the one thing that everybody has been saying lately about Congress, Senate, I mean, all of that shit, the House, whatever the fuck, and the Supreme Court justices is what? These motherfuckers, the terms are too long.
We've been saying term limits.
Right. We've been saying term limits.
Shit.
We've been saying term limits. Nobody should be in the fucking office in their 80s. But when the orange man get up in there, now you got motherfuckers like, man, maybe because he didn't do 2 consecutive terms, we can get him in there for a 3rd one. What the fuck? No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly, man. Then we need to bring back Keith Murray lips. Shit. If we gonna do that,
whoop, whoop, whoop.
special delivery. So yeah.
Where's it at? Greg, like Keith Mary lips.
Google it, Gregory. Google it,
Gregory. Gregory.
It makes sense to you. That's what we call a former president.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the old president.
Free use.
Right. Yeah. Fair, not free.
Fair. Sorry. Damn.
No,
Thank
man.
you for the correction.
Thanks for coming through, Gregory, man. But yeah, man, this is these motherfuckers don't represent the people, man. Especially, I mean, they can say what they want to say about the orange man. He just blatant with the shit they all be doing, you know. So, you know, it is what it is.
It's 2.0 for my man. He's like, oh, I'm getting all the cake this time. No crumbs left. I'm getting all the cake. I'm making sure we tight.
Yeah.
You know, the whole family gonna be recession proof for life.
But did you did you see sidebar? What's the football player's name that was up there talking about was it Ivanka? What's the daughter's name?
Yeah, Ivanka.
He was like, man, Ivanka Trump finding a motherfucker. And he kept saying it. She stopped she went to the game and went to the locker room to see him and left him a note. She went specifically to see him, but he wasn't there. And she said, I'm sorry I missed you, but I'll be stopping back to see you.
Oh, she's spinning the block. All right.
Spinning the block. I thought she was married.
She is, Jared.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Jared, right?
Yeah, Jared Kushner.
So what made her go, oh, bro, you better watch it. They're gonna hit your black ass with that man act.
Your ass gonna be in that super prison, you know, walking down like a shrimp.
Right. Yeah. He will not be fucking my daughter. No.
Yeah, man. She's spinning the block. She don't care. Like I said, man, they up right now.
Yeah.
You know, remember Jared ran the first campaign. He did everything he wanted to do. He got his daddy a pardon. He got that couple $1 billion deal over in the Middle East. So he was like, shit, why I need to go back to a second term? Y'all don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
You're gonna let Junior and the other one, you know, had they fun. Y'all got it now. I got my bread.
Right. Too easy. Too easy.
Jared and Ivanka, man. Oh yeah, they killing it.
I'm like, damn, we ain't even out of the but you know what's great? I'm like, we ain't even out of the first fucking year yet, bro.
Fam, what do you think about this whole this parade that's coming up?
What parade?
The parade for the celebration for the military is the anniversary of the military, and it happens to fall on Trump's birthday. So yeah, I'm talking about full on tanks, all that shit. The mayor of DC was like, dog, do you know how bad y'all gonna fuck up the streets?
Right.
You know, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna put down metal things for the tracks." I was like, when they make turns, they was like, it ain't just the turns, motherfucker. Like tanks ain't supposed to be on streets.
No, they're not. Well, they supposed to be on streets in the area they're occupying. There's a war.
Yes, but not in the city.
Right. When you see the motherfuckers, I think in other countries, when you see them shits in like the parades, I think they're on the back of a truck or something like that. Yes, I don't know. They might do that.
He want them rolling. He want the full on. Yeah. You know, all the bells and whistles. Oh man, did you hear about the parade that's coming up? I think end of this month or next month or whatever for his birthday / anniversary for the army or for the military or some shit or whatever. It all falls on his birthday. And he's,
you know, the last time he did this shit, it's just, you know, I want to feel a certain way about it just because it's Trump. Mm-hmm. But then I was complaining about it one time. I was like, you know, this is some bullshit. You know, it's like this is our military. They got better shit to do. And my homeboy was like, man, shut the fuck up. Like they have people that join the military just for parades. Like they have a parade division. That's all they do. They just practice for parades. So
air shows,
yeah.
I get it, man. But goddamn, when I was telling Sauce, I was like, man, the mayor of DC was like, dude, do you know it's gonna be millions and millions of dollars worth of damage to the roads?
I mean, them roads is probably already fucked up. Like they ain't fixed nothing in the past 10 years, bro.
Yo, they did when they gentrified that shit. Yeah, they fixed it. They always, when they come in, they like, oh, shut up.
Make it nice, make it flat for all those EVs.
I think we're gonna take that part of Chicago over there. Go and throw Whole Foods in there.
Damn, you motherfucker in the Publix. Yeah,
in the Publix.
In the Publix.
Motherfuckers had Save a Lot in Audis for the last 30 goddamn years.
Bro, we just got Aldi's like 2 weeks ago.
What?
We just no bullshit.
I hate fucking Aldi's, man. I hate
it. Yeah, because you gotta go. Well, back in the day, shit, you had to go to Aldi's with a box cutter.
Do you
you had to cut your own shit open. When nobody opened up, when shit ran out, it was right there in the box still.
But listen, do you remember that them motherfuckers didn't even have shelves?
What are you talking about?
The
Aldi's, they were just stacked on pallets.
They were just stacked on pallets. And like you said, you had to go through and pull the shit out. And then you had to pay. Because these bastards had the buggies locked up. So
with
you had to pay.
They got them out there too.
You got them out there. That's bullshit. Like Save a Lot. Save a Lot. Look, man, motherfuckers is mad because they paying for bags now. If you was back home in the and you went to Save a Lot, you was paying for that fucking bag, man.
Mm-hmm.
We get the change ready. I hate that shit, man. I used to hate that shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. It helped us survive. Motherfucker ain't have Kool-Aid. We had Flavor Aid. You had to put some extra sugar in that shit to get it going. Four packs, man. It is what it is. You hungry, you gonna eat what you gotta eat, man. Mom work magic. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just, what they doing when you see that shit. I don't see that shit out here in Cali.
Yeah,
we
just got one, man, and it was because the only reason I went because they now Aldi's or whatever had a wine, whatever, and the motherfuckers had no talk about coming soon and just had a picture of a whole bunch of fucking bottles of wine up there. I was like, how the fuck you open without the fucking wine? But anyway, man, that was literally last weekend we went just to go check them out because we from the crib, we know what Aldi's supposed to look like, but this shit was it was clean, it was a little bougie. But man, you don't need no box cutter no more. They got shells.
They whipping up Pruno in the back. We got Pruno, White Lightning. We got Foxy's. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, be careful. AI, biometric, all that shit's here.
Yeah,
we ain't just talking about it. It's here.
It's here, man. Skynet is here.
Old man said, watch the blockchain you use because the motherfuckers will freeze that wallet.
Right.
Yeah. Decentralized is the way to go. Don't trust anything else.
All right, man.
Let's bring it home, fellas.
My asshole for exposing my sister's fake cancer to our parents after she refused to come clean.
I got it.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
Let me see something, man. Hold on. Let me see. 34-year-old female just found out that my sister, 31-year-old female, who has been telling my whole family she has cancer for the last 8 months, has been lying. She shaved her head, said she was doing chemo, and had our parents move in to help her through treatment. I started to have doubt when, besides also staying out late relatively frequently, she would never let anyone attend appointments with her. And she clearly had way too much energy for someone going through aggressive chemotherapy. Last week, I ran into the office manager of my sister's oncologist at a coffee shop, small town. I casually mentioned my sister, and the office manager was confused. She had no idea who I was talking about. I did some digging through doctors and spoke to my sister about what I learned, and she broke down and spilled her guts. Turns out she fabricated the whole story because she was in over her head with debt and wasn't able to afford her apartment anymore. The cancer story got our parents to move in, and she could then stop paying her bills. I was furious. and told her that she had 24 hours to tell our parents the truth or I would. She asked me not to tell them because it would ruin her relationship with them. She did not tell them. So yesterday, I took everything to our parents. Our parents are heartbroken. My sister is acting like I had no right to out her, and she didn't even say this to our parents. She was going to stage a miraculous recovery next month. She said I ruined her life and that families should be trying to defend each other rather than expose each other. Am I the asshole?
Not at all. Not the asshole. And damn, this chick, there's a special place in hell for your sister.
Yes.
Pulling some stupid shit like that. You didn't have both your parents uproot their lives to come supplement your shit. You didn't went all, full ham on this shit. You didn't shave your head.
Yep.
Everything, man. And shame on you, man.
Yeah, if the older sister is 34 and she's 31, the parents got to be somewhere around
70s.
70s. So these unless they rich, these are two older people probably on a fixed income. You know what I mean? And
they moved in, so apparently they ain't rich. If
right.
they moved in, if they had a little bit of bread, they could, break her off. Go ahead.
So you take it upon your irresponsible ass to run the finesse of all finesses. I mean, go through the whole bald into the head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go through all this shit just to have your parents take care of your responsibilities, and you're mad because your sister cared enough about your parents to stop you from using them, and you want to blame her for ruining your life and relationship, and then you want to say some shit like family is supposed to protect each other. That's exactly what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah,
she was protecting her parents who you were taking advantage of. No, she's not the asshole.
And that's some 18, 20 something year old shit. You're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Pulling some shit like this, man. God dang. Oh man, come on, man. Give me something, man.
You imagine having such a fucked up relationship with your parents that you gotta tell them that you got cancer before they help you?
I didn't even see that angle coming, but god dang. Yeah,
motherfuckers would not help you unless you told them you had cancer.
Damn.
So I don't know whose fault that is, but there's a disconnect somewhere in that family, man.
Let me
you
ask
saw
you
something. I didn't even look at that angle. Go ahead.
Well, who's to say that she asked him for help?
Or she just came up with the plan and was like, "Shit."
That's what I'm saying.
My rent is all fucked up.
This is that plan alone says that this is a devious bitch. It don't sound like she wouldn't say, "Mommy and Daddy, I need help." She's like, "Look, I can get these motherfuckers." Like you thought that shit out. That's some premeditated murder one type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it was on the side of the parents. On them being fucked up with her because they moved in with her.
Right.
So I'm assuming she was more like scared of just taking responsibility for her own fuck ups.
Right.
I don't think it was on the parents or anything like that. A bad relationship because you got a bad relationship with your parents. They damn sure ain't moving in. I'm assuming they probably sold their crib,
right,
and moved in with her or something. Like shit, motherfucker, we got equity over here. You renting,
right?
Why the fuck would we do that?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know about that one, but that's still. Yeah, parents who on some fuck shit, they damn sure ain't gonna, break down their shit in they late 60s, 70s or whatever and be like, you can move back home, but we ain't moving to where the fuck you at to take care of you because you're a fan of your doctor.
Right.
No.
Dirty gang.
That she said she was gonna fake a recovery. On the back end.
Look at God. He heals. He really heals. All you got to do is let him take the wheel.
Get some of that miracle spring water.
Prayer, your vitamins. Just like fucking Hulk Hogan told me.
Oh my God.
Prayer, Hulk Hogan. And freedom beer.
Look at my hair. It's coming back. Look at that, mama. It's coming back. Oh my God. He said, look at God.
That's hilarious because that's
You
some
wrong
shit
for that,
probably
bro.
would have done, man.
But the fact that she told her sister I was gonna, I had a recover story. I was gonna fix this shit. I was gonna make it right.
Right.
And then
Bitch.
what?
Bitch. Sorry,
So,
bitch.
I guess we're in agreement all the way around this one.
Yes, sir.
Not the asshole.
All
God
right.
dang, that was hilarious, man. Thank you, fellas, again for another.
Yes, sir.
Look at God blessing
Look
me
at
with
God.
the spirits.
Eccentric. Cabernet.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go. Get y'all some of that.
Indeed.
To the cipher.
Oh, could you imagine? Like, look, my hair. I'm getting my appetite back and everything. Mama, get in the kitchen and cook.
Go make some of the wings. I just bought some lemon pepper seasoning.
She's sitting there telling herself, if I'd have just cut my titties off instead of my hair, maybe this whole thing would have worked out.
Hell no,
I didn't take it far enough.
Fucking wrong for that. Wrong
she had
for
to do talk to the right doctor. He'd have brought her and gave her cancer treatments and charged the shit out of her. You know what I mean?
Damn. You're right.
Damn.
You're absolutely right. But she wasn't that committed. She got lazy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wanted to party
with no hair. Yeah,
it's out there, Sinead O'Connor and shit.
See, don't put that on the late great, man. Don't do that to Sinead, man. Don't do that to her, man.
Yeah, fucked up the relationship with your parents. You getting kicked out of your apartment, and you got studs trying to fuck you. Look what you did to yourself.
Fuck Sinead O'Connor. She was trying to dog Prince out.
Let it go, Sauce. Let it go.
Is she still alive?
No, she's not. She's gone.
She was trying to dog the purple one out, man.
She gone, man. Let it go, man.
Can't take shots at the purple one.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you again for another great one. Love y'all, man.
Love you too, brother.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
What's up, fool?
Cut it.